Since the Lord spake these words unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 65 years old. God's word for God's people. And we know his word is already blessed. For a little while this afternoon, this morning, I want to talk from the subject, Lord, give me my mountain. Lord, give me my mountain. My brothers and my sisters, it's hard sometimes doing the will of God. Because every time you try to do God's will, there's always something or some things that come in your way to try to derail you, throw you off track, and stop you from doing the will of He who has sent you. It's not just me, but I believe it's everybody in the house of the Lord that can testify today that I've tried to do what God wanted me to do, but I ran across some situations in my life that I was not able to fulfill the mandate that God had given me. And somebody in here should testify that if you are doing God's will, it does not matter what type of mountain is in front of you. All you need to do is have the ability to speak to your situations, your mountains, your obstacles, and anything that might be in front of you, and tell that mountain to get out of your way. All of us in here should have a testimony that I've spoke to some mountains in my life, and the mountain had to move itself, had to get out of my way. And if I spoke to it the right way with the Lord leading me, you can tell the mountain to get up and go into yonder's place, never to be seen or heard of again. Anybody in the house today that can testify that I had to take some mountains on, and when I took the mountain on, I understood that if God brings you to it, the God that we serve will bring you through it. Is it any believer in the house that can testify right where you are that God has brought me over some hills that I didn't know how I was going to get over, that God brought me out some valleys that I didn't know how I was going to climb out of, that God brought me over some roadblocks that was planted in my way just to try to stop me from getting what I needed to get from the Lord, but yet and still all the things that you've been through. Somebody in here could testify that I still got joy. Somebody need to testify that in spite of it all, I still got joy. When mama left, I had to muster up some joy, but I can tell you right now, I still got joy. Can somebody testify that I still got joy in spite of? I'm going to deal with the text. I'm going to be done in a minute. By the time we reach Joshua in chapter number 14, Israel has been involved in the business of claiming the promised land for quite some time. They have been engaging the enemy in battle, and they have won several, some very decisive victories. Now the time has come from them to divide the land and to give each tribe its inheritance. When the tribe of Judah comes forth, there is a gray-headed 85-year-old man in the midst of them. A man named Caleb steps forth to claim his inheritance. No. Caleb is a picture of the child of God who is not satisfied with the ordinary, but who wants all that God can give him. You see, God saves us and promised us that we can have a life of victory and intense spiritual joy, but rather than claim what is rightfully ours, we choose to live in a spiritual wilderness, defeated and depressed. As a result, we miss out on things like peace, joy, fellowship, power, and the glory of God. And I got to let somebody in here understand that I'm not going to compromise to give the devil any type of joy. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. Is it any believer in here that can testify that I got joy on the inside of my hole in my heart that nobody can take from me? When you feel bad, can I tell you what to do? Think about Jesus. When you want to give up, can I tell you what to do? Call on Jesus. And when you want to throw in the towel, can I tell you what to do? Call him up, because I found out that Jesus is on the main line.